Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mark Road, and in today's video, we're going to be going over the top 15 best, most reliable sedans for less than $5,000. But before we do that, we have something else to talk about today, ladies and gentlemen. For the first time in, I think, Mark Road in history, we have like an actual, like, I wouldn't call it a sponsor. It's not like a paid promotion or anything like that either, but a way of doing something that I'm actually proud of. There's been some I've done, but I've always just kind of been like, yeah, whatever. This one I'm actually excited to talk about. These guys, DYLD, okay? They sent me some clothes. There's another shirt. I don't know where it is right now. I think it's in the washing machine, but look at the back of that bad boy. These are, like, dude. Okay, so here's the thing. Link's gonna be in the bio, straight out of the way. Use my link. I get like a little bonus if you guys buy from my link, so it helps me out, obviously. But if you buy their clothes, you get a certain amount of entries into their giveaway, and their giveaway is a Mitsubishi Evo, just like this one, a Mitsubishi Evo that's honestly so clean. My dogs are even barking. My dogs are even like, yes, buy some clothes. It's actually like, I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, guys, I actually think it's like a pretty good deal. You buy some clothes, have a chance of winning an Evo. I've always loved these sort of like giveaway YouTuber cool car giveaway things, because it's a good deal for pretty much everybody involved. Like, these guys are gonna give you a freaking Evo, dude, and it's like, how much is a shirt? You know? It's like, obviously you're not 100% guaranteed to win. That's kind of the whole point of it. But it's like, the fact that there's even a chance, it's not like you're not getting anything either, dude. You're getting a nice shirt. In my opinion, I wear these, okay? I wear them all the time. Like, the other one's in the washing machine right now because I just wore it. So, like, it's a good shirt, man. I had to stop that abruptly for two reasons. One, I realized I was starting to get off track and starting to just ramble, which I end up doing and waste a bunch of time, so I apologize. And two, because my dogs were barking and I didn't want you guys to hear that. But anyway, yeah. Guys, the links is going to be in the bio. Buy something if you want to, if you want a chance at winning an Evo. Again, it's obviously, you know, it's a promotional thing, obviously, but I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, think that what they're doing is pretty cool. I like the clothes that they sent me. They've been nice with me the entire time. They're good guys, you know. I missed this video like 3 times. I was supposed to do this video like 3 videos ago. I missed it, and every time I tell them, I'm like, I'm so sorry, I forgot. And they're just like, that's fine. You know, do it whenever you feel comfortable. It's like they're just good dudes, just trying to make it, you know, that's all. But anyways, song of the day is called Graffiti by NBA Youngboy. It's an absolute banger. It's a rap song though, so if you don't like rap music, don't listen to it. But without further ado, let's go right into it with number 15 of the most reliable sedans for less than $5,000. Alrighty, and coming in at the old number 15 spot is going to the Lexus LS400. Now, obviously, the LS400 is a very reliable sedan. People know that. The 1UZ, which is what the car comes with, is absolutely incredible. So why is it at my number 15 spot? I think as of right now in 2025, these things are getting to be overpriced, and it's hard to find like a really good example of one for less than 5K. Either way, the car comes with a 4-liter V8 making 270 horsepower, and it is rear-wheel drive. That's good. It's a great combination. 270 horsepower. It is a heavier car, obviously. Keep that in mind. These aren't sports cars. And they are only available with automatic transmissions, but that's not what you're really worrying about. I did want to make that very clear, by the way, too, for the people that are like new to this channel or whatever. I am a car guy at the end of the day, so while these are reliable cars, most of them also have that little bit of, you know, coolness to it, and that's the reason why they're kind of on my list, because they're a good combination of both, and the LS400 is one of those. And coming in at 14th place is another one of those where it's cool and a reliable sedan, the BMW 328i E90. Now, the E90 is sitting here at the number 14 spot, not because it's hard to find them under 5K. It's not. Finding a 328i E90 under 5K is the easiest thing in the world, as a matter of fact. But we all know why it's here at number 14. The car comes with a 3-liter inline-6, making 240 horsepower, and it is rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. The X-Drive models are all-wheel drive, for those who don't know. But it's a BMW. Do I think BMW is overhated in terms of their reliability? I do. I've said it multiple times. I think that BMW gets way too much hate for the reliability issues. They do have them, but they're not as bad as a lot of other car brands. However, on a list where it's mainly talking about the reliability of these cars, I don't think it's fair to put BMW any higher. It hurts me because I'm a big old BMW fan, but realistically speaking, I think the rest of the cars on this list are going to be a better option if all you're going for is reliability. Like 13th place, as a matter of fact, another German car, actually. There's not that many German cars on this list, but the ones that are on here, they're good. It's the Audi A4 B6. I'm going with the B6, not the B7. Normally, I go with the B7 when we're talking about cheap, like, sedans. I like the B7 better, but I do think the B6 is the more reliable option, so that's the reason why I'm putting this one here. It comes with a 1.8-liter turbocharged inline-4, making 170 horsepower, and it is all-wheel drive or front-wheel drive. It's the same motor that they were putting in the Mark IV GTIs, the 1.8T. And the 1.8T literally has a slogan where it's like 1.8T never die or something like that. Like, the guys call it that all the time. And There's a reason for that. These cars are pretty freaking bulletproof. I've known a lot of people that have owned 1.8T Volkswagens. They're 250,000 miles and still going strong. Like, it's a very reliable motor. And the 2.0 that's in the Audi A4 B7s, those ones have a little bit of a worse reputation. So I put the B6 here today. Coming in at 12th place is one of the more misunderstood vehicles in terms of reliability, Subarus. Yeah, man, a Subaru sedan is a good option. The Subaru Legacy 4th generation in particular is the one that we're going to be going with, because I don't understand how people like hate on Subarus. The car comes with a 2.5 liter flat 4 making 165 horsepower, and it is all-wheel drive. It's pretty much, Subarus share the same motors across like every single one of their cars pretty much, so this is just basically a Subaru Outback. And yes, I know you are probably sitting there scratching your head thinking, well, what about head gasket issues, Mark? Like, it's a known thing that Subarus have head gasket issues. They do have head gasket issues, but a lot of the times when people experience head gasket issues with Subarus, it's because they're boosting them, and they don't need to be boosted. If all you care about is just reliability, you're probably not going to boost your Legacy, and it's probably just going to stay stock. And if you do that, it should be pretty fine. Obviously, the addition of the head gasket issues is making me not put it any higher than 12th place, because it is still there and it's still a looming threat. But I think most of the time, man, you'll be fine. Coming in at 11th place, on the other hand, is going to be going to the wonderful Volvo 240. The Volvo 240 is an absolute icon in terms of reliability and safety. These cars are one of the, like, hands down, like, universally accepted great daily drivers. Like, there's almost nobody out there that'll disagree that a Volvo 240 is a great daily driver. It just belongs on every reliable sedans list. The car comes with a 2.3 liter inline 4 making 114 horsepower, and it is rear-wheel drive. That's kind of the reason why I'm putting it at the number 11 spot, though. It's a rear-wheel drive 114 horsepower car from the 80s, and it's not the most, like, luxurious or anything like that as well. And then on top of all of that, while the car is super reliable, the age might show on some of these Volvo 240s. So while the engine will still be fine, things like the rubbers, the seals, wiring, etc., might start to show their age. And so I don't think it's the best choice out there for under 5K in terms of reliability, but obviously it's still a good one. And breaking its way into the little top 10 spot, the little bad boy, is the Honda Accord 7th generation. According to me, the 7th generation Accord is an absolutely just beautiful. I love it. I love the 7th gen. I made a whole freaking deep dive on the 7th gen Accords because I love them that much. Like, they're just good cars. Today we're gonna go with the 3 liter V6 though, because that makes 244 horsepower and it is front wheel drive. Both of them are reliable. The V6 and the inline 4 are both very, very reliable engines in this car, and they're not like old or anything like that. They're just all around great cars in terms of reliability. Like, there's no real downside to Accords. The only big downside I can think of is they're not like as quote unquote cool as the Civic. And so that's the reason why I'm not putting it any higher than them. They're pretty much the same car, but this one has a V6. And coming in at the old 9th place, is the wonderful Ford Crown Victoria. There is a reason why the police officers of the United States of America used the Ford Crown Victoria for quite some time, because they were bulletproof. They could drive these through Compton, USA and get shot 17 times and not have to worry, because the car took it. As a matter of fact, it ate the bullets and used it to like power up a turbo that wasn't even in the car. It comes with a 4.6 liter V8 making 235 horsepower, and it is rear-wheel drive. It is obviously not the best in terms of like daily drivers compared to some of these because of the rear-wheel drive V8 200 horsepower. Obviously, yeah, that's not as good as something like a front-wheel drive inline 4 will be for a daily driver, but in terms of reliability, it nails it. It absolutely nails it. It's the same motor that they put in the Mustang New Edges and SN95s. I know they're the same thing, but I always call them different. But yeah, they're great. Coming in at 8th place, I'm still talking in this voice because I feel like talking in this voice. It's the Volkswagen Jetta Mark 6, my friend. Pretty much any Jetta, though. I'm just going to put it out there. Literally, like, Jettas are the German Civics, and Civics, as we all know, are very reliable cars, so Jettas are also very reliable cars. This is like, people, again, they kind of like think of the Germany and they automatically think that all their cars are unreliable, but then it's just not the case. Cars like the Jetta are perfectly fine. They come with a 2 liter turbocharged inline 4 making 210 horsepower, and it is front wheel drive. Now, if you don't care about like new features and nice, you know, luxuries and a nice looking car, you don't care about any of that, you literally just need a reliable one, get a Mark IV TDI. It's not on this list, but get a Mark IV TDI. Okay, I'm just gonna put it out there. Like, the Mark 6 Jetta is incredibly reliable, but it's not as reliable as the Mark IV TDI. That thing's a freaking tank. Seventh place is going to one where I could be wrong here, but pretty much everybody I saw online that was talking about them said they were very reliable. So if I am wrong, please let me know in the comments. I'll give you guys one of those little heart, emojis or whatever, and like the comment, because I don't want to spread misinformation. It's the Mazda 6 first generation. Now, Mazda does have a bit of a rough history when it comes to reliability, but that's because of things like their rotaries. And this is obviously doesn't have that. It comes with a 2.3 liter inline 4, making 156 horsepower, and it is front wheel drive. It's a daily driver. That's pretty much what it is. Like, again, people think that just because Mazda had they did make a lot of sports cars, and a lot of their sports cars were unreliable cars, but they think that just because that's the case that their base model cars are unreliable. I don't agree with that. I'm going to be honest. Coming in at 6th place is the car guy version of one of the most reliable cars ever built, the Toyota Corolla S. The S stands for sexy, yeah, scandalous even. No, it stands for sport, I believe. But yeah, it's a sportier version of a regular Corolla. And obviously, it's still just as reliable as a regular Corolla. Like, what is there not to love about this thing? It comes with a 1.8 liter inline 4, making 130 horsepower, and it is front wheel drive. Okay, I guess maybe that's what there is to not love about this thing. 130 horsepower is not obviously that impressive. But again, it's a Corolla. Yes, it has the S badge on it because it's a little bit sportier, but it pretty much was just an aero package. And so it just looks a little bit sportier. But that's cool enough, man. And at the end of the day, it's a Corolla. If you literally just want to get from point A to point B and back on time, perfectly fine. There's a reason why everybody does it with the Corollas. Coming in at 5th place, however, is going to be going to a bit of a different one. I feel like I don't talk about this car that much. The Volvo S60 first generation. Yet again, Volvo is a very reliable brand. Everybody kind of knows that. And the S60 first gen is sitting under 5K all day now. Now, not the S60R. For people that are going to be like, what are you talking about? I want an S60 and I never can get one. Not talking about the S60R there, partner. The S60 base model comes with a 2.5 liter turbocharged inline 5, making 208 horsepower, and it is front wheel drive. That's a pretty good combo, honestly. A turbo inline 5 from Volvo is going to be bulletproof, and it makes 200 horsepower from factory. It also kind of looks cool. Like, I don't think the Volvo S60 is like a big looker, like when it drives by me, I'm not like breaking my neck, but it looks nice, it's extremely safe. Volvo's kind of known for their safety. It's just a great, reliable sedan. And coming in at 4th place is definitely a more car guy enthusiast style vehicle out there, but it's insane in terms of how reliable it is. The Lexus GS300. It's back in the freaking 90s, early 2000s era. Toyota and Lexus were on a generational run. They entered flow state. They were floating. Whatever the TikTok kids are calling it nowadays, they were doing it. This car came with a 3 liter inline 6, making 225 horsepower, and it is rear wheel drive. It is a 2JZ GE, not the GTE, not the one that we all know and love, but pretty much the same thing, which without turbo. Again, not really, the internals were different, but it's similar. Okay, it's a similar engine, and it was bulletproof. It was in the IS300s, the SC300s. They put it in a bunch of Toyota models as well. This engine was put into a ton of Lexuses and Toyotas because it was good, because it proved itself to be good, because it proved itself to be absolutely bulletproof. And so if you can find a low mileage grandma owned GS300 selling for $3,000, $4,000 on marketplace, buy it. All right, coming in at 3rd place is realistically probably the least fun vehicle on this list, but it's reliable as hell. And if you're talking about reliable sedans and you don't include one of these, you're an idiot. The Toyota Camry 6th generation. Yeah, pretty much any Camry, obviously, but I'm going with the 6th gen. It's the newest one that you can find for under 5K. The 7th gen is apparently a little bit too new still. People aren't selling them for less than 5K yet. They are under 10K, but not 5K yet. And the 5th gen is obviously older, so I'm going with the 6th gen here. The car comes with a 2.4 liter inline 4, making 158 horsepower, and it is front wheel drive. It's honestly not even as bad as I thought, though. Like, this makes more power than the Mazda 6. It makes more power than the Corolla. Like, it does make sense because the car is heavier than those, but it's pretty much right around the same amount of horsepower as the Legacy that we were talking about. Like, that's not bad. It's only a little bit less horsepower than the Audi A4. Like, it's not a horribly slow car. Like, obviously it's not fast. You're not gonna be winning races with a Camry, but that's not really the point of it anyways. Another car that's definitely not supposed to be winning races, but it does because car guys just love them. Its 2nd place is the Honda Civic 8th generation. We're going with the 8th gen for pretty much the same reason why we went with the 6th gen Camry. It's the newest Civic that you can find under 5K. You can't find 9th gens yet under there, but they're getting close, very, very, very close. It's going to be soon. Like, in a couple years, I think 9th gen Civics will be under 5K. But as of right now, it's still a little bit too hard to do that. And I always just loved the 8th gens anyways, man. I was about to buy one when I bought my Integra. I kind of wish I did buy one instead of the Integra just because of the space. space. Like, there's so much more space in these. They're just insanely reliable cars. I don't remember if I already went over the engines or not, but if I didn't, here it is. 1.8 liter inline 4, 140 horsepower, and it is front wheel drive. That's not obviously super impressive, but it is a Honda, so if that is what you care about, making power, you can, and it'll do it reliably. I mean, there's a reason why everybody just knows the name Civic as like a household name for reliability. But first place, if you know Mark Roden, you knew it was going to be on here. You probably even knew it was going to be first place because I love these cars. The Acura TL 3rd generation. They're just insanely incredible deals for what they are, man. I mean, they just knock it out of the park in every aspect. They come with a 3.2 liter V6, making 258 horsepower, and it is front wheel drive. That obviously sounds pretty fun, you know. 250 is pretty much 260 horsepower in a V6 powered Honda, because that's what it is for those who don't know. That's obviously pretty cool, but then it has the reliability of the Honda to back it up, and it also has more luxuriousness to it than basic Hondas like Accords and Civics, and it looks more aggressive in my opinion than the Civics and Accords. It looks better, handles better, performs better, is right around the exact same price, and is just as reliable as a Civic or an Accord. It is, in my opinion, without a doubt, one of the best cars out there right now, period, for less than 5K, and is definitely the best car if you're just looking for a reliable sedan. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of today's video of the top 15 most reliable sedans for less than $5,000. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more content just ideas. Let me know what other videos that you see in the comment section. And also, obviously, guys, if you are interested in buying one of those clothes, you don't have to. I'm not going to be like, you idiots, you mean people. You don't have to. But if you are interested in buying any of those gentlemen's clothes, the link is going to be in the description. Use my affiliate link. I get a little bit of a bonus. And again, I think it's a good deal, but that's just my personal opinion. Don't take it from me. Go look at them yourself and make a decision. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Das Vidania, and have a nice night.